Yeah, and welcome to another video. I'm Brett Papa, and today we're gonna talk about how to spice up your freaking blues rock soloing and phrasing with 2 notes. Hopefully you know, maybe you don't. I mean, like, I remember when somebody showed me these, I was like, really? I mean, seriously? If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Click the bell to be notified when the newest videos come out. I'm gonna be posting tons of stuff here in the future, so check that over there. And then also make sure you check the links down below. So, what are these 2 magical mystery notes? Well, I'll show you, but let's put this in the context of, you know, old trusty A minor pentatonic, right? So we got this. Okay, so great scale. I mean, you can just hit a home run 100 ways from Sunday. Is that even a saying? 10 ways from Sunday, 7 ways from, I don't even know. As many ways from Sunday as you want and can muster up. Wicked scale, super cool. But these 2 notes, one the blues note and second the major third, okay? And so it's really easy when you just think about octaves. 2 notes and it's gonna just radically like expand your phrasing possibilities. And not only that, it just makes it sound freaking tough, right? So check this out. The easiest way to think about this is inside of your A minor, you have an A major chord. So adding that third is as simple as thinking about this note right here. Okay, so you're like, okay, whatever, that's not that great, but check this out. You hear this all the time in blues, right? Now, in that concept, it's cool. It's like whatever, but when you start incorporating it with this other note, right? So that's a hangover note. It's like, ooh, God, that doesn't fit, but it does in rock and roll. So watch this. So now that sounds great, but now we're on to something. Plus, it gives you 3 notes in a row. And I don't know about you guys, but I was a child of the 80s when 3 note per string runs were like it. And then all of a sudden you couldn't do that anymore. And I spent years trying to develop like all the speed playing 3 note per strings. And then frickin' Eric Johnson had to come and kick everybody in the butt. Be like, no, man, I can play 2 notes per string faster than you can play. And like all of a sudden it was like 3 notes per string were out. And then Nirvana came and it ruined everything. But for the people who like 3 notes per string, this is a perfect place to do. Both of them are, and I'll show you what. Okay, so show you how, I should say. So 3 notes per string. Okay, so that is as simple as G string, 7, 8, 5. All right. Now, when you combine that with our major third, right? It's like the first part of the phrase was super pissed off, like just straight smack in the face. And this third, it's like, here, let me give you a daisy. Sorry, I just punched you in the face, but here is a peace offering, this nice major happy note. And so it runs the line of like this awesome yin and yang, right? So another example, the thirds, if you think about the third, now remember octaves, right? So this is the cool thing. If you remember this note, then the lower note is here, lower octave, right? Which gets us into position 5, which is awesome. You can also bend into it. Now you may have noticed I just went, now that is the exact same phrase as this, but it's just down an octave, right? So I use that all the time. It also sets up that see that? It just adds a little like pep. It puts a little pep in your step, right? So just that one note. Love that, right? I love that phrase. So it's 5, 6, and what you basically did is you went minor, major chord, and then hit the root so it can be either major or minor sounding, right? So, because you're bending into the A note. So you could be like full hard rock. Now, one of the less common ways to do this, but I really like it, how do I describe this? You're going down, you're descending, but ascending at the same time. So I'm descending down a run. I'll do this all the time. Right? So that's just, right? And then, and now I slide into that note. Okay, so. And then I do the third. A lot of pissed off notes, and then back to happy land, right? So in position 2, the Stevie Ray position. Now that, you hear that all the time. That's actually bending into that sound, right? It's very Clapton-esque, you know, all the Kings do it. But it's super cool to do those phrases down here. So that's that same thing. That's the blues note right here. Now that's when we get into real mixing major and minor, which is just the fun. I swear it's, you know, I've really started to really appreciate rhythm guitar, and it's super fun. But for me, you know, I used to like love shred stuff, but like it's totally been overshadowed by my love of mixing major and minor pentatonic, because it's like the best of both worlds. And I'll show you more of that stuff here soon, and I do it in my subscription course as well. But it's the funnest freaking thing ever, because it's 3-note per string runs, unless you do it a certain way. And the 80s like session guys with in my opinion, the best at it, like the Lukather's, the Tim Pierces, all those guys, they really had a great way of playing 3-note per string runs and making it sound, you know, another band, and I don't know who the guitar player was, but Huey Lewis, okay? Go listen to like Huey Lewis. Go listen to the guitar playing on Huey Lewis albums. I went and I downloaded, because I like Huey Lewis, so I downloaded like the Essential iTunes playlist, and I was like, oh my God, the guitar. Every aspect of the guitar, the rhythm and the lead is just freaking awesome. But it's that the 80s guys had a real way of fusing blues and 3-note per string notes and scales better than I think any genre that I've come across. You know, even Van Halen, you know, had the 3-note per string, but real bluesy. The danger with 3-note per strings is it can start to sound like robotic and mechanical if you just use it like scales to build speed and not mix up the intervals. So when you mix major and minor pentatonic, you can take advantage of that 3-note per string speed, but the notes are way more chromatic and sound way more, you can get a lot of speed. Right? And it just sounds Frank Marino. There's another one. If you guys don't know Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush, go listen to, I think it's Frank Marino Live, or Mahogany Rush, Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush Live. It's got like King Bee and what are they, Dragonfly and all these songs on it. But the Johnny Be Good and King Bee versions, the covers, are freaking terrifying. And you'll get what I mean by mixing major and minor pentatonic, because it's like this bluesy, amazing speed that's just like, oh my God, you're my new hero. Gotta check out Frank Marino, he's insane. So anyways, really quick. Blues note. Major third. Now you can walk chromatically down from position 2 to 3. Or excuse me, for 2 to 1. It works here. In position 4, so, right? That's on the B string, 15, 16, 13, 14. And then you can also do it here. So you're gonna find all these, this is position 5, but that, same as this, but just down an octave. I'm super pumped. Today I'm super hyper and super excited. My buddy Rob McNally, who, if you guys don't know who he is, Rob McNally, just one of the most freaking awesome Nashville session guitar cats, like right up there with the Bukovac, just ridiculous guitar player, amazing phrasing, plays in Bob Seger's band, like on all the Nashville, incredible. I'll leave his link down below too. He let me borrow this guitar and another guitar. And I'm like, P90s are my favorite pickup ever. And I'm like a freaking kid in a candy store. I'm like giddy. It's like a Beatlemania concert. And I'm a girl in the front row like crying, because the guitar. I mean, just really, really. That's plugged straight into a head. Like just straight into the front of that divided by 13 over there. BTR 23, one of my favorite amps ever. Straight in. And that's what it sounds like. And I was just like, OMG. Anyways, again, if you like the video, make sure to like it, subscribe, click the bell to be notified when the videos come out. Also, all these free videos are made possible by the support at brettpapa.com. I got lots of courses coming out, or actually I got a lot of courses already. The subscription site that's coming out is gonna be freaking insane. You're gonna see all of this stuff. You get all of the courses, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of special guests coming in. Gonna teach a lot more rhythm and all that kind of stuff there. So check out the links down below. That launches, I think this Friday or this Thursday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. Anyways, check the email list down below if you wanna be notified. It's gonna be awesome, but you guys are amazing. Thank you so much, I should say. Thank you so much for the continued support. We'll catch you next time.